game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys, back to you.
We'll see if they can handle the weather in this game. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Coming out with it, it's Addison. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Eagles offense will have the football first. A rivalry game like this, they'd love to get off to a good start. Guys, the last time they met, they were trading haymakers with each other.
They sure were. You could really tell in that game how much this rivalry meant to the players. They were exhausted, David. That game was back and forth. Neither of these teams want to lose because you don't want to hear about it for an entire offseason, and you know they're going to be playing with some fire today.
And you hear about it from the fans every time you lose. You hear about it constantly. It matters. Heard about it with Jesse Palmer in the Georgia-Florida rivalry. It was a big-time deal. They're going to be playing with emotion. Who can handle that emotion early, get settled in, and throw that first punch?
He unleashes a long one. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
The Irish offense comes out. First chance we've had to see them today. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. Led his team to a win, throwing 4 touchdown passes the last time out. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Well, that's just a foolish penalty. You can't lose track of the play clock that close to the goal line, but still first and goal. Takes the handoff. It's Walton. All over him immediately.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Carr. Rush right in his face. Out wide right, it's Walton. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Carr. Looking for the score. It's picked off, and that's number 10.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early. First drives to get something going. Both of them turning over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Grab behind the line. It's Dickens. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Under pressure.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
Boston College will send out the punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Trying to take it back. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down here at the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get to 2nd and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a 3rd down.
He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Carr to throw for it on 4th. He's got it. First down and more. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time. On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Running inside. It's Dickens. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Off-play action. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Looking for a man. It's McKenzie. Rushes on. And down he goes.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Hunt is in the air. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The give is to Williams, fighting off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll test the right side. Hard running there. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
He'll be stopped short. It'll be 4th down, and let's see what the decision is here.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Motion from the wide receiver. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And how about this defense, man? A lot of times on 4th and long, you see conservative calls where they back up in heavy zones. Man, they bring pressure, catch them off guard a little bit, speed up the thought process, do a nice job of mixing it up. And because of that, they force the 4th down, incompletion, and they get the football back.
And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Back to pass, it's McKenzie. Right side, it's right. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And obviously that linebacker is getting up with a little bit of juice, a little pep in his step. That was a great lick. Nice job seeing the ball thrown, breaking on it, and really delivering a good blow. But how about the credit to the receiver? Holding on to the football when you're getting hit by a big linebacker in college football, that's a big-time play.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Off to the races to the right. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College!
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here come the Irish, back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
The Irish, after the chunk plate through the air, back to the line. Throwing, Carr. Fires left. Complete downfield. Sprinting away. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. They are really clicking along, 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They just keep firing. Looking for the goal line. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the 3rd down and goal.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And he'll just take him in. This drive will start at the 25. Let's go down to the sideline and holler.
Guys, down on the Boston College sidelines, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO, and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Scanning the field, it's McKenzie. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. Man, those are frustrating because you know you're supposed to catch that. You're supposed to secure it. It's going to happen, but it's just frustrating for those receivers. Just tap the chest. My bad, dog.
Fires one high and deep. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking downfield, it's McKenzie. Caught. There he goes. The 50. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
You know what's always a good idea? Getting it to your best playmaker. That's a good idea. Whether it's shallow, whether it's deep, this guy can make things happen. He's lightning in a bottle when he catches the football. And that pass, it was short, but watch him. He can make guys miss, outrun, turn those little bitty catches into big plays.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He'll go down right there, but what a big play to come up with that turnover. Hits inside. It's Mobley. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy in there. And last year to start the season, Notre Dame had everything except for maybe that quarterback spot. Now this year, it's no doubt about it, right? C.J. Carr is the dude, and he
sends it downfield. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete, but if you're him, I would keep spinning the beam.
Got a man in the middle. Right down the boulevard. And he scored! Touchdown, Fighting Irish!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, on the Eagles sideline, there is a lot of conversation happening about better communication. This crowd is making it so difficult, already creating several turnovers early in this game. The defense is feeding off it, the crowd is feeding off it, and they've got their backs against the wall in a hostile environment. They've got to clean it up here to keep alive in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Back to throw, it's McKenzie. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. They're all over him. Still looking. Shakes off the defender. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The penalty pushes the offense back for this 2nd down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. 2nd down to the air. Left side is Graham. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Searching for space. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. BC uses a timeout here at second of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. And they'll stop him short of the first down, and they've got a timeout if they want to try to get the ball back before halftime. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking for room. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Not great field position. We'll see how aggressive they are in the final seconds. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Here's Carr to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Carr from the gun on third down. On target over the middle. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. And leading things off, we take a look at Miami, taking on the Duke Blue Devils. And it's the Hurricanes. With a complete demolition of the defense. They went over 70 points today. Safe to say the offensive coordinator could be in line for some head coaching jobs after a showing like this.
And the Eagles will boot it away to start the second half. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blocker. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, I caught up with Coach Marcus Freeman at the half. He is so excited about how his quarterback has performed. They did have a lot of high expectations for him, and he has lived up to the challenge. They get the ball here, and they are expecting to go right down the field, regain some of that momentum that their quarterback had in the first half, and make sure he is setting the tone for the second. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll try the right side. Plows through the defense.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Carr. Looking long. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Irish! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Boston College will send out the punt team. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. As we check in with Holland.
Here on the Fighting Irish sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying, we have more work to do. If they really want...
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
He'll bring it out. It's Green. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Boston College offense makes its way onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. From the gun, it's Dickens. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
2nd and long here. To throw, it's McKenzie. Here comes the heat. He's got him this time. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Turns it on in midfield. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Quick completion to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Quick give. It's Dickens. Stopped right there.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. He splits the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Number 99, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey, guys, down here on the home team sideline, guys, they have a big lead right now, and they were expected to be here. One of the top teams in the country. They have performed that way here today. Even though some of the players are starting to celebrate just a little bit, coaches keep saying we have more work to do. If they really want to continue to be one of the best teams in the country, they have to keep their foot on the gas to end this game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Single back formation, and they give it to him. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
These RPO runs, they're like body blows. I like them because it just sort of chips away at a defense. You'll take these kind of gains all game long. You keep running the football this way, you're going to keep moving the sticks. You're going to keep driving this defense back, so keep at it with the RPO game.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Pull down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Walton. Enough to move the chains. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They send the tight end in motion. Going to the run, it's Walton. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Throwing, Carr, fires into the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Fighting Irish! Who cares about double coverage? Just get it in there, give your guy a chance, and it worked out that time.
And the receiver would definitely agree with you. It's a little bit risky, throw it in traffic, but trust your guy. You know, he's going to go up, make a play in the end zone. You can tell you've thrown that ball to him, and you trust him, and he goes and rewards you for it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, down on the Boston College sidelines, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I could see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Eagles, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Oh, pressure's coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's McKenzie. Rush right in his face. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. Always impressive to grind through in the late season and get a solid victory, and now it just keeps rolling as we turn our attention to what's in store for next week. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Trying to make one miss. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, this quarterback has been absolutely spectacular today. Over 400 yards passing late in the game with this big lead. We're curious to see how long the coaches keep him out there, but from what I can see on the sideline, he wants to continue to play.
He's got it way down the field. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. So after the huge chunk play, they've got it 1st and goal from the 10. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Play action, C.J. Carr. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Pass. Now we're to 3rd and goal. You'd like to see this part of the field where you can exert some of that physicality, run the football. I know you're doing it. I know the field shrinks, but I'm going to be tougher than you, more physical than you. I'm going to run the football down your throat.
Knocked away, incomplete in the end zone.
And I'm not surprised they're letting him throw the football down here near the end zone. Like, that dude's been really, really good. And you can trust him. They trust him in this offense. Great job by this defense playing the pass, breaking on the football, and making sure he doesn't get another touchdown.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Drops back, it's Warner. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
He's into the open down the middle. Past the 30. 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Knocked down immediately.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
Dead center perfect. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb.
Number 99, set to advance on.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Here on the Fighting Irish sideline, the team is rallying around their quarterback. He has been terrific today. Every time he comes off the field, they're patting him on the back, making sure he knows that he is their guy. His performance has been stellar. Not a big surprise, but still, the way he's shown up and shown some composure and poise, the guys are rallying and loving what they're seeing from their QB. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Looking downfield, it's Carr. This time on target. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
The game plan was to come in and throw the football and to attack this defense vertically down the field. I'd say they've done just that. This QB now has close to 5.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Carr. He's got his man across the middle. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He breaks a tackle. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all season. You're talking about this game.